How's it, everyone? Welcome to part 2 of the Quarantine and Chill Q&A series here on my YouTube channel. I promised I'd be back. Like I said, I'm going to try and produce as much cool content for the channel as possible. And there were a bunch of questions from the last video that didn't make it. So I was like, let's just do a part 2. So that's what we're doing. So thanks again. You know who it is. It's your resident Black Spider-Man, Kxrabo and Lily. We're back, part 2. But I'm just going to jump right into the questions. Question 1 is, why do you curve girls? This is very simple, and I get asked this quite a lot. So I am currently on a sabbatical from relationships. I'm not interested in being in a relationship anytime soon. So yeah, if people do message me, I politely mise, or I just reply but like on some casual vibes. But yeah, I'm not interested in being in a relationship, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon. Maybe when I'm 25. Question 2 is, what is something you wish you really understood? I think this kind of goes back to the previous video where, I was talking about how we live in a world where people are so unkind to each other. It's something that really bothers me, and I wish I knew why. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever really understand, but that is something. And also just, the meaning of life, man. That's always a deep one. So here's a bunch, so I'll leave them all to linger on a bit. What's the worst and funniest thing you've ever said professionally, like on a podcast or something? I guess it's not that bad, but I think I've used the N-word on some episodes of Art Dealers. You guys can confirm for me, but I wouldn't say it's the worst thing, but it's, it's probably one of the most unprofessional things I've said. Do you have a favorite mug? If so, what does it look like? I do have a favorite mug. I'll take a photo of it. It's actually a mug I got when I visited God First Church. It just says hello on it. It's a very simple mug, but I dig it. Sorry, I'm very confused. Plain water or infused water? I'm not bougie like that. Either or is fine. Writing or typing? Definitely typing for me. Again, a bunch of questions, so leave them on. What's the worst medicine you've ever had? I don't remember the name, but I was really sick. This was like 2 years ago, and I took this, I don't know if it was a pain medication or something, but I remember I took it, and then I was in the shower, and I legitimately was curled up in a ball in the shower. I could not move. It was kind of scary, low-key. I don't know what the name of it was, but that's the worst experience I've ever had with medication. This is quite deep. Why are you a Christian? Sheesh, man. You know what? I don't really know why. I think it's logically doesn't make sense to believe what I believe. But I think that's the faith aspect of Christianity. And yeah, I think for me, I've just seen God's work and his hand in everything that I do with my friends and people he's placed in my life. So I don't doubt him, and I've never doubted that there is something greater than this. So yeah. What's your favorite thing about being human? Just being able to learn, man. Learn new things, learn new experiences, pick up experiences, I think is always great. What advice would you give your 12-year-old self back if you could go back in time? I'd probably say you're not weird. Keep doing you, because I was a very nerdy kid, and I suppose I still am, into anime, comic books, video games, and yeah, I think I always thought that was a strange thing, but now it's kind of cool, and that person is still me in a way. So I would tell him, just don't change, man. I know that's super cliche to say, but I think I was cool. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? I've had crocodile before. That was an interesting experience. Yeah, tastes like chicken, legitimately does. What's your morning routine? I wake up at 7 every day, maybe 6:30. Have a cup of tea, listen to music, and then shower and then get ready. Kind of standard vibes. What's your favorite tattoo and why? I only have one tattoo. It's here on my wrist. It was for the Protect Our Girls campaign. I got it when I came back from Zimbabwe, and this was last year around September time, when the whole men are trash, femicide movement became quite highlighted, and it was quite upsetting for me to see that all these cases had come up and how women were being targeted and all that kind of stuff. So I was just I need to show my support in some way. It's a very small gesture, but it is cool, I think. If you had to change your hair color, what would you change it to? I wouldn't. I like my hair color. Are we close enough for me to call you the N-word yet? No, not even a little bit. It's never going to happen. Who's your favorite matric? There's probably a few that come to mind. This is at King's College, by the way, King's College, Bryanston. In no particular order. Tato, Jess Goebel, Tato Twai, Jess Goebel, Abigail Miller, Angie. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably forgetting some, but those are the 4 that immediately come to mind. Tell us again how you get them hoes. Thank you for that. Again, as mentioned before, smile, eye contact. It works. Favorite scripture and why? This one is 1 Timothy 4 verse 12, I think. I'll leave it up so you can read it. It's the don't let anyone look down on you because you're young. I've always looked to that scripture. I think Timothy is also a historical figure that I identify most with. And yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things you can be an example no matter what age you are, Dream 5-a-side team and why. I'm going to base this on my 5 favorite players at the moment. So goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Barcelona. I think he's the best keeper in the world right now, to be perfectly honest. Defender Virgil van Dijk. Midfielder Paul Pogba. And then my 2 strikers, Marcus Rashford and Kylian Mbappe. That's a team right there. If you had a warning label, what would it say? Probably just fragile, man. I mean, I think everyone puts on this rough exterior, but I think deep down all of us are quite emotional, and I certainly am. So yeah, I'll just say fragile. Be careful. Use with care. What is the meaning of life? Yeah, man, I think we're all trying to figure this one out. Probably just trying to figure out what your essence is and what's your purpose. I think that's the meaning, really, is just to figure out what you're here for. I don't know. I really don't know. Who's your favorite superhero? Spider-Man. Easy peasy. First thing you're going to do after lockdown, I'm legitimately going to go to a coffee shop or cafe and get breakfast and sit by myself. I'm very excited for that. Teach me how to be cool. Again, I don't think I'm that cool. But yeah, I mean, just, do you, man. Everyone's got their own flavor. Look on Pinterest as well. You can find some cool stuff. Favorite author, I'm not mad about books, like graphic novels and stuff. I do like, the only series or kind of genre is that I've identified with is kind of fantasy, so Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. I really enjoy those books. So either is J.R.R. Tolkien or George R.R. Martin. Those are probably my 2. A bit cliche, but anyway. Favorite comedian of all time is Dave Chappelle, but currently is Kevin Hart. How funny would you say? How would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? I think I'm a 9. I do. I think I'm quite funny. Your skin looks absolutely fab in the last video. BTW, I'm very jealous. Skincare routine. Thank you. I just wash my face twice a day. I use Garnier, I think it's a charcoal scrub in the morning, and then this L'Oreal face wash in the evening. So yeah, wash my face twice a day. But you can use anything, but twice a day is key. Virgil or Kendrick, as is very difficult, but I think for cultural impact and significance, I'm going to say Kendrick, but that is very tough. If you had to be a car, what car would it be? Definitely a BMW, probably a 3 Series 330D or something, but maybe an M3. That would be nice. Who do you admire? What do you admire most in a friendship, and what do you admire most about ours? I was actually chatting to Tumi about this. I think with any friendship, the fact that I'm able to trust people and know that they'll always back me, I have people who I can always rely on, is really important, and I think is really awesome, and kind of keep you in check in a way, but in a loving way. And what I admire most about ours, well, Angie, we've known each other for a long time, and I just think the fact that we've gone through so many different things as individuals, but we've always managed to come back as friends and stay true to this friendship, and always remember we're there for each other. So yeah, but you're awesome. What's your what's your aspiration in life? My aspiration in life, I just want to be happy, dude. One day get married, have a cool car, family, a nice job that I enjoy going to. I don't really want to be the richest person ever, but I just want to be secure. Yeah, man, just be happy. Do you serve at your church? I do. People will tell you I do. How old are you? I am currently 23. I'm turning 24 in September. But yeah, man. Why are you a hype beast? Thank you, Jason. By the way, I miss you a lot. You're a great guy. Jason's one of my best friends, y'all. I just like nice things, bro. And I admit I do like very expensive things as well. But I'm not rich enough to be considered a real hypebeast, but I do like nice things, expensive things. Best holiday time away that you've ever had? When I went to the UK 2 years ago, that was like a really nice trip. I really enjoyed that. Top 5 countries you'd like to visit. I really want to go to America, Australia, like Monte Carlo, like Monaco would be amazing. Somewhere like Brazil, and probably back to the UK as well. What are your top 5 cars? I'm probably going to forget a few, but the E46 M3 CSL is my favorite car of all time. The F12 Berlinetta Ferrari is my favorite Ferrari. The F10 M5, I love that one. The probably not even the best one, but like the Targa 911 I just love that car. And probably like the 1M. I think that's such a flipping underrated car. I love that car. Is drip really forever? Not really. I think you lose. I think you can lose touch, but I think you can keep up with people. But I think some people just don't care anymore. Top 5 favorite musicians, and I'm thinking musicians, like not artists. So this is different to my favorite artists, but like, and again, no particular order. This is just based off my appreciation for them as musicians. Tom Misch, FKJ, Alpha Mist, Jordan Rakei, and Masego. Probably those 5. Would you make a Lightroom tutorial because your feed is fire? Thank you very much, The Last Letter, who is also an incredible photographer. In fact, follow her page. There it is. I can make a Lightroom tutorial, maybe one of these days. What does your setup consist of? Software, mics, cameras. So this is my kind of daily machine, my I almost said Air Mac, my MacBook Air. It's an older one, 2015, 250 gig. It's a pretty good one. Software-wise, I use the Adobe suites like Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, After Effects, the whole shebang. Mics and stuff. I just use my phone to record stuff, really. Cameras kind of go between a Canon and a Lumix GH5. But yeah, I mean, you can really make do with anything. And I think this is the last question. First of all, I hate you, Elijah, for even saying this, but you're a great guy. What is it like to get dribbled by a girl? Sorry, I had to ask this because I know they did you dirty. I'm not going to linger on this, but I will say that it's tough, man. It's hard. It's really hard, but that's where I will end it. You know, you move on. You take L's, but you persevere and you move on. But yeah, guys, that was the last question. Hope you guys enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of this Q&A series. I'll try and produce more content for the channel. If you have any ideas, if you want to shoot some ideas my way, I'll definitely do so. Please follow me on Instagram and subscribe to the channel. Follow Art Dealers. And yeah, guys, I mean, shout out, man. We'll check you guys soon. Have an awesome day. Serious and Black Spider-Man. Peace out.